to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 30.
And at the 36-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Field is Judy. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. This is Quinshawn Judkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Sanders to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Roquan Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Castro. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Over the middle, complete. It's Castro. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Castro. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
2 yards on
the numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 58 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Shifts past him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Now Sanders. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nnamdi Madubuike. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Under pressure, they got him again. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They're going to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Castro. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Owen.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Jackson will throw again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's Sanders. He finds his man complete. That's Mendoza. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's a gain of 8. First down.
Let's go now.
First and 10.
Throwing, Sanders.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Liking 18.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. In motion goes the tight end.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
The Ravens at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson now.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
38 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Lamar going to give this to Ali.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 21-0.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Judkins.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. Hardman on a return.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
Here we go.
Sanders setting up a screen for Judkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. That's complete. Right side, it's Bond.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 6 at the Ravens 10-yard line.
Sanders once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Judy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Don't worry.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he fires one incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because that drive ends up in the zone. They're sitting pretty at that point.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now it's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And some room to run now. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Castro. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
See that? They're going to go.
32-yard line.
Jackson going to keep it running right. The pitch to Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson. to it back at the 40. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Ready! Ready!
Sanders to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey!
To throw now. Here's Sanders. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Come on!
Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready!
Judkins looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready! Go!
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock it back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Get it! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
From the gun, it's Shador. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, they took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Ravens taking the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 44 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This will go to Henry out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing is Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And a Raven first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Slings one that's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Again, Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Jackson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He finds his man complete. That's Walker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside handoff, Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. On his loop for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Let's go now.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense needs to.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none 2 plays, and they didn't punch it in for for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
19-18.
Throwing, Sanders. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Henry up the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And the Browns, 1st down.
1st down, right back to Jenkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Ready, go. Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Sanders. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And this is caught. Now they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Henry running right. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
And the Baltimore 1st down.
Solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory